Hello, Mr. Nemo here. We're back for the video number 2. Hopefully you saw video number 1. If not, go back and watch it so video number 2 makes sense. In video number 1, we discovered that the side lengths of this triangle ABC over here, I do believe we had a 16 and a 20. We utilized scale factor and figured that out. Also, we said originally, or in the other video, this was the new and this was the original triangle. But they may ask you about how to find the scale factor the other way. So we went from the smaller one to the bigger one, but how about going from the bigger one to the smaller one? So what I would do, because I'm a very visual person, I would switch my N and my O, and I would put this as the new one now, and this is the original. So when we're dealing with scale factor, we know that that is new over original. So that would be, and we'll use the sides that we're given. So on the quiz, you'll be given maybe the bottom. I don't know. Maybe you'll get the height, or you might get a hypotenuse. But I'm going to use the ones that were given in my video, and that would be the 6 and the 12. And so when it's new over original, we're going to take the 6 and put it over the original 12. So we got 6 over 12. And we're divide both the numerator and the denominator by 6. And we get 6 over 6 is 1, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. So our new scale factor, when you're going from something bigger, this one here, and we're going this way to something smaller, I think it should hopefully make sense to you that when you want to go from like a 20 down to a 10, you're going to have to multiply the 20 by something smaller than 1. It has to be a fraction. Hopefully that's making sense to you. Next, we're going to talk about perimeter. So perimeter follows the same rules as scale factor with the sides. So in the original triangle, we had that let me get rid of this. The problem that we worked before, the scale factor was 2. So whenever we wanted to go from, say, this 10 right here, we multiplied it by 2, and we got 20. Perimeter works the same way. In perimeter, as we recall, is the sum of all the sides. So if we take 10 and 8 and 6, and we add those up, then you take the 20, the 16, and the 12, and you add those up. Let me see, you get 8, you get 48, I think this one you get 24. Well, lo and behold, if you take that 24 and you multiply it by our scale factor from video 1, which was times 2, look at that, you get the 48. That's where that comes from. Hopefully you're making the connection now that scale factor, works with both perimeter and the side lengths, okay? But something that does not, or doesn't follow the scale factor as you would know it, is area. So when you're dealing with area, it is actually the scale factor squared, or the scale factor times the scale factor. So in this case, it would be 2 times 2, which is 4. Or in this one over here, we write it this way, 2 squared is 4. All this is 2 different ways of writing the same thing, scale factor times scale factor. And so the 4 is the multiplier that you use for the area. So whenever you want to do the area, you got to multiply it by the scale factor times scale factor. And in this case, because it's 2 and 2, it's going to be a multiplier of 4. So I'm going to draw out real quick. I'm going to pause the video, draw out the areas of both triangles, and show you how that connection works out. So hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I did some quick calculations. I know the board looks a little different. Right here, we have the area of triangle ABC, this big one here. Area is 1/2 the base times the height, right? The base of that was 12. The height of that triangle was 16. When you multiply 12 times 16, you get 192. 1/2 of 192 is where I got the 96. And on the other triangle, again, we're over here now, EDF, right here, the base was the 6. The height was the 8. When you multiply those together, you get 48. Half of 48, which is what we're doing right here, you get the area equals 24. Now, the cool thing is that 96 divided by 4 is equal to 24. Remember our multiplier that we got right here? If we take that and multiply that by our 24, the area of our small triangle, we get 96, the area of the big triangle. That's the connection we want you to make. Study, study, study.